What's up, y'all? What's up, Mac Heads and Maniacs? What's up, YouTube? Just checking in to say what's up to y'all and give you my regular hour a night. Hope everything's going well. A new month is upon us, and that first month went fast. It went super fast. Now here comes the Super Bowl, March Madness, Major League Baseball, basketball playoffs. Oh man, it's finna get exciting, and it's gonna continue to go fast. So get out and do something. Try to be productive this year. I know I am. I'm trying, and make it a positive year, man. We had a negative last couple years, and this year has started off more negative than ever. Remember, I told y'all it was gonna happen. But we can reverse the curse, man, and start talking about some positive things and doing positive things. I know we will in April, right? What up, Jerry Allen, Michelle? What's going on with y'all? Real, what's up, man? What's going on? We're going to the Super Bowl. I'm not going. You might go. Enjoy yourself, bro. But I'm not going, man. I don't even want to be nowhere around that crowd, especially the traffic. But go on, man. If you can, go. Enjoy yourself. I'm not going. At least I don't plan to anyway. I mean, there are surprises, but no, I don't plan on it. You know what, though? I mentioned it yesterday. I'm going to mention it again. I don't know why Rockhead never responds, man. Rockhead is just missing in action, man. Rockhead, if you're watching, man, you know we talk. And we were supposed to hook up, and now we can't talk, so we can't hook up. What's going on with that, Rockhead? But it's all good, man. I get the same thing every trip. And even I was talking to Alonzo, man, when I seen Alonzo yesterday. We talked about that. Alonzo said he gets a lot of flakes too, so he's used to it. And we both shared a commonality that we don't even get up for interviews no more because so many people fake, like you can't even expect the interview anymore. But that's just me and Alonzo. That ain't for everybody on YouTube. I'd rather go to a good spot to watch it. That's right. Have a drink too, man. That's a day to enjoy. It's not a day to just watch football. It's a day to enjoy. ETG North A Trey, what's cracking? What's up, homeboy? What's going on with you, man? Anybody see the Vlad TV no jumper interview? Normally I don't watch those two dudes, and normally I can't sit through a whole video, but I watched that video, man. Now I know what y'all meant by Vlad G checked Adam 22. I get it now. Lakers beat the Celtics without LeBron and AD. I didn't see no game. That's what's up, though. Just when they were talking about how the Lakers ain't no good, right? Michelle, how you doing this evening? Tell Rockhead we taking him off the Central Committee. That's funny, dog. That's a good one. Two vultures. I don't know, man. That was a good conversation they had, though, man. And now you see one thing the black dudes can't do on YouTube is talk about the millions of followers. You see them dudes was talking about millions of followers. And Vlad explained that's how he's able to pay people. He gets millions of views on his videos, man. So it's nothing for him. So they was on a level that a lot of us have never experienced and will never experience, man. They was talking powerful, big time. But I think it kind of sounded like they was throwing that out there to show that they in a whole different level. But nevertheless, pretty good. I'm good, kid. That's good. Vlad and Adam are nerds. Yeah, nerds get paid. Remember when we was in school, man, and we made fun of the nerds, and then the nerds get out of school and they making money and we in prison? Ain't got no problem with no nerds, though. Let's trade LBJ and AD. I don't see a problem with that. I see the Lakers ain't falling for anything no more, though. They wasn't getting ready to give up Austin Reeves, that's for sure. But anytime people starting to try to pick the Lakers to trade to, you know the Lakers are doing a little bit better than they had been doing. Yeah, glad to see you doing good, Michelle. Glad to see you in the comment section tonight. Appreciate you showing up. I respect what Vlad has built. He gets a lot of hate, but you can learn a lot from him. Yeah, man. Lakers did their stuff. I didn't think they was going to pull that win off without LeBron in the 80. You know, like dude said, like number one said, anytime you can win without those two, they're expendable. So, you know. But I don't know. Like I said last night, I believe the Lakers would try to hold on to LeBron forever. LeBron always trading players, always. I mean, he wants to win, no, dog. The Knicks, wow. Adam grew up with the Clintons. He's supposed to have views like he does. Oh, all right. So it don't have nothing to do with his skin color or his ethnicity. All right, all right. Role players definitely stepped up tonight. That's good. We got a lot of them too. AR-15 hard is what AR-15? You talking about Austin Reeves? He's good. He's good. When he doesn't get out of his character, like every now and then, not often, not enough to complain about, but every blue moon, Austin will think he's the man. And when he think he's the man, he's not that good. But as long as he's the fill-in player, the guy that's leading the team on comebacks, he looks like he could be a really, really, really good player. But Austin Reeves, you are not the man. You're a good role player. Bill got his dad out the pen. That's what's up, shit. Some of us are fortunate our dads didn't go to the pen. Adam dad and Bill are homies. Maybe that's why them dudes in the porn industry. I mean, stuff that you guys are saying makes a lot of sense to me. Maybe that's why they all share the common love for porn. I don't get why brothers look up to Vlad. This is like the Twilight Zone. Well, we living in the Twilight Zone. While you may feel that way, I feel like we're in the Twilight Zone when brothers going at brothers, and brothers got a Damu behind the scene calling himself the puppet master. If that's not disrespect to the Rips that's carrying out his play, then I don't know what is. I think money make up for that. See, that's why everybody like Vlad, man. It's the money, man. It's the money. But no, I don't pay that much attention to another race to be mad that they getting paper or mad who their daddy's friends are when we got brothers that's just making us all look bad, man. And it's every day, it's continuous. And some of it's fictitious, it's made up. It's not even truthful, it's just hatred. You know what I'm saying? D-Lo is fighting hard to stay in LA for real. D-Lo's been putting together some good games, man. If you ever gonna hate on D-Lo, now's not the time. But if you ever want to trade D-Lo, now is the perfect time because he has some trade value. But D-Lo can get you 20 a night. He could get you a few assists. You know what I mean? But he needs to stay consistent. He not only has been carrying us, AR-15 may be the third best player ahead of Russell. I could I feel you on that. You know, you won't get no debate from me on that. I like Prince though. I like Vanderbilt. Uh, we got some dudes in the cut that can play a little bit. Kev my brother, much love. Good looking out, James Cash. Y'all gotta work together. I get big cartoon videos recommended under yours and Hood Postman. Easter deal, homeboy. What's up with you? James Cash, what's up with you, my partner? California reparations, they say, is getting closer to passing in the Congress. Uh, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? D-Lo, my guy. Okay, D-Lo's your guy. All right. What's wrong with that? Um, did I say something wrong about D-Lo? I said if you're going to hate on him, it ain't the time to hate on him. And if you're going to trade him, now is the time to trade him because he's at the top of his game. He's looking good, and he's helping the Lakers win games. We getting $200K a piece for reparations. Good luck on that one, my man. Your reparations was the COVID. Them niggas need that money. They'll probably be living off about still at least putting in on rent now. Struggling to strive, should I say. That's all right, man. You all right. You part of the kevmacvideos after hours, dog. You know, we good, man. We're family up in here. Skunk Dog, what up, Skunk? Skunk, you need to find a way, man, to really show off them lowriders in your store, dog. I'm sure you got a good story about your store and everything, man. D-Lo not consistent enough, and when his three's not falling, he shuts down. Yeah, he do. Like Jimmy Butler. Like Jimmy Buckets Butler. That's right, Easty. That's right. That's right. Smash that like button, y'all. Haven't been seeing Goob up in here lately, man. Hope everything's all right with Goob. Skunk Dog, you go with the brightest arm you could find. Skunk Dog, you got the brightest arm icon they have, my brother. Jimmy Butler smash Molly. I ain't mad at him for that. Like Jalen Brunson's. Man, I somewhat disagree. I mean, I understand your point. I get it. But Jalen Brunson, to me, this is just purely my opinion. I don't expect you guys to share my opinion, but Jalen Brunson is hard, man. He's exciting. He's one of the best. He's clutch as hell. But some days Jalen don't want to play. So that's what I think you're talking about when his threes ain't falling. Some days Brunson just look like he's just there, man. Maxey too. I love Maxey. Maxey is hard, but Maxey does it too. I think at the NBA level, I think it's hard to play your best, give your best effort every night. To me, you only have guys like a Dennis Rodman, Austin Reeves, Caruso, sorry ass, Westbrook. To me, you only got some guys that's going to go hard every night. Every night for a whole season, you can count on them playing hard. A lot of them dudes take nights off, man. Because especially when you start playing player props, you notice some guys, Paul George, James Harden, Klay Thompson, even Steph Curry. These dudes take nights off, man. They hide from the ball. They go to the weak side and hide behind a player. They don't want the ball. They don't move. They don't maneuver to get open. You feel me? So I believe it's not just Jalen Brunson and D'Angelo Russell. I think some dudes just take nights off, dog. Mikal Bridges play pretty hard. AKL 49ers versus Kansas City, over 48 points or under. Damn, that's hard. That's hard. You think it should go over, but what KC and what 49er defense is going to show up is the question. That's the question for me. So I don't know, bro. I don't want to make an opinion on that. What about Dodger ticket prices through the roof because of show times future reparations? I don't know. Shotty Mac, what up? I mean, probably a Dodger ticket will probably be worth it, man. I don't know what the prices are going to be. They'll probably be worth it. Box seats down by the dugout, I don't know. They might be overpriced, but the Masons are going to buy them tickets. Believe that. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know, bro. When I used to forget Brunson's name, you would remind me. So I know you like Brunson. I'm just saying. I mean, we saying the same thing, but for different reasons. That's all. I think some nights he don't want to play, and like you said, if his threes ain't falling, he's disheartening. Um, but yeah, I've watched Brunson sometime, man, and I've watched Brunson go for like 25, 26 in 2.5 quarters, and then I seen him just disappear, like he don't want to play no more. He'd rather pass the ball and hide from the ball. So, but a guy like D'Angelo Russell, a guy like AD, you got to get them off first. You got to get them a good first quarter, and then they'll play the rest of the game for you. You don't have to worry about them after that. What it do, family? Fitzgerald, what up, homeboy? Boss already talking smack. Says KC offense line be holding. Well, KC do a lot of complaining, so they are a controversial team. They get away with stuff and then they don't get calls. Kind of hard to figure out. Is the league setting it up for KC or is the league really trying to make KC fail? It's kind of hard to figure out because it go both ways with that team. Knicks the hottest thing in the East right now. That's what's up. That's what's up. Babyface Loaster, what up, homeboy? My money on Taylor Swift for real. Even the boy Kelce said he never wanted to win a game like he wanted to win the Super Bowl. I already said he was playing good for Taylor Swift. Like he's showing out for Taylor Swift. Last game you could see Kelce pushing brothers, hitting brothers, talking shit to brothers. Like Kelce done stepped his game up and always talking about having another gear. Great players always have another gear. Kelce got that next gear, man. So he's gonna try to do his thing, but hey, when Debo gonna show up? When Debo play his best, man, he shit. What, a year ago, 2 years ago, through injury and all, everybody thought Debo was the best player in the league. Now, how we talking about basketball players? Kind of, sort of seems like they got Debo locked down. Like Debo's not much of a factor anymore. But Kelce, he's gonna get out there. If he don't catch passes and all that, he's gonna be blocking. He's gonna be throwing screens. He's gonna get his running back downfield. Kelce's a hog. He's playing at the top of his game right now. Babyface and Skunk Dog, what it do? Kelce had like 10 catches last game. That was like plus 500 prop. I know. I know Kelce was what, like plus 6.5, and that was a plus money. I think. I think that was plus. I think plus 6.5 was like plus 105 or something. Yeah, but Kelce's the guy. Kelce's the guy, man. It's hard to stop Kelce, dog. How can we start our own independent fantasy and scoreboard for this? I don't know. Skunk Dog or Young Tiny. Maybe Go Young DJ could answer that question. I think they help KC to a point, but if the other team keep fighting past the refs, let them play. Yeah, like I said, some days it look like they're for KC. Some days it look like they're against KC. Obviously, KC has been making it a point to point out the refs' poor officiating, and the quarterback and coach got fined. So we know all the calls and games aren't pro KC. But yeah, KC has benefited from some good no calls, good holdings that they're not calling. That is a fact. That's a real fact. Even some pass interferences, they're not calling them. So, like I said, it's hard to tell if the league wants them or don't want them. That black girl Kelce used to date is mad as hell. She need to be. What up, Kev? Get him, Jake. What up? How you doing, man? Oh yeah, you're a Raider fan, so of course you don't like the Chiefs. It's possible. I just don't do fantasy. Wish we could have our own sports book or bookie. OG Q's live stream 440 is dope as hell. The way he's sitting in his car under the ceiling light where you can only see his face telling stories is fire. Marcus Young Cuz, thanks for the comment. I'm sure Cutes will like that comment. Taylor Swift a billionaire. Yes, 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 she is. Think she's paying for the Chiefs to win? You think she's paying Mahomes and his wife a little extra to get Kelce the ball? I'm doing good, bro. Gaining some weight back fine. That's cool, man. See, I told you, man. You put down that crack pipe, you gain some weight, dog. Like, don't blame it on no sicknesses, man. It's the pipe. It's the meth pipe. See, when you put them pipes down, you put the pookie down, and you start eating a little bit, you know, you gain a little weight, homie. That's what's up. It's going to be all flamed up at the Super Bowl in Vegas. Oh, that's going to be a good one. A sea of red is what I like to call it. KevMacvideos, you know this is for show. Miss Rashid, what up, what up, what up? Next time Q's on live, I'll cash app him for show. Solid brother, full of knowledge. Yeah, he's definitely full of a lot of knowledge. Only thing in my foil is tamales, fucker. Hey, man, I ain't got no problem with no tamales. You like chicken, beef, or you like the tamale with nothing in it? Miss Easty, what up? Miss Easty, I like that name, Miss Easty. You trying to squabble somebody for that. I saw a picture today and thought of you, Mr. Kevin. Really? Was it a good picture or a bad picture? Like, what was it, Long Dong Silver, or was it Billy White Shoes Johnson? I mean, I'm just saying. Or Bush Johnson. Was it Bush Johnson or Long Dong Silver? I'm glad that you are successful still. Much respected, brother. I'm successful? Oh, okay. Appreciate it. To say live supporting you back since all hood public. Oh, you're a real one then. You're a real one for sure. Good looking out for the comment. For the Niners have a lot of injuries. It was a picture of barefoot Pookie standing tall and proud in his KMV shirt. That's what's up. But you know what? I hadn't said nothing publicly, but a member of his family got at me and thought we was doing documentaries on Barefoot Pookie. You know, people get documentary confused with a YouTube video. And like Fitzgerald always say, people think you're getting rich off a video. 20,000 views. So his family was like, man, you know, break bread with the family or cut it out. We don't appreciate you putting our dad out there like that. And I'm like, what? All right. No further conversation. I'll delete the damn videos because everybody know Pookie wanted me to keep his legacy alive. And everybody know Pookie gave me his last interview for a reason. And everybody know I've been documenting Barefoot Pookie for 2 decades, damn near 2 decades. If Pookie didn't want me to have that stuff, he wouldn't have been with me all the time and doing interviews with me. And then the fact that, where was the family at when Pookie needed pocket change? Where was the family at when Pookie needed gas? Like, don't do me like that. Like, take your frustration and anger out on somebody else and understand that your dad had love for me. I had love for your dad. We had one little misunderstanding and we rectified that before his passing. And, you know, it costs to put, it either takes time or it takes money to make these things happen. So I felt highly unrespected. You feel me? And your father will be pissed off to know what your actions are after his pass. And mention was made of the preacher that was in the video, right? Well, let me tell you this. That video was shot in like 2007, 2008. So you got footage 15, 16 years ago, and Barefoot Pookie is the guy that brought the preacher to me. Barefoot Pookie is sitting next to the preacher during the interview. So I just thought that was wild. Like, this ain't no new video. This ain't nothing somebody came together and said, hey, preacher, let's talk about Barefoot Pookie. No, Pookie wanted that interview. Pookie wanted that preacher interview because Pookie had checked into his church or whatever and was cool with that pastor. So, yeah, like I say, man, when people pass, people act a fool. But then when some people pass and I do a video, the family gets at me and thanks me and talk about they glad that they could see something on their father or their brother. And so you never know how people gonna react. But Pookie, of all people, never expected nothing like that. Not even close. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. I don't know why the family want to jump into a part they know nothing about, that part of their life. It's crazy. Yeah, man, because how else could I have all those pictures of Pookie and videos of Pookie for 17 years? You know what I mean? Imagine if I knew Pookie earlier, I would have pictures and video of Pookie way before then. Mac, do Crips and Bloods have a blood in, blood out code? I mean, come on now. Think about what you just said. And then think about all this paperwork going on. Come on, man. Charlie Holmes, they must spell Lopez with the S, fool. Like Davy Lopes. Like, nigga, you ain't a Lopez. You just a Lopes. They thinking a dollar sign, thinking a dollar sign. But first you have to understand the difference, documentary and YouTube. Then you have to look at the amount of views. And once you assess to getting a lawyer, you would lose money. You would lose more than you would gain. And then when we post up how much the video made in court, you and your lawyer are gonna feel so stupid. Don't buy Pookie's book, as OGQ said. And that's another thing. I plugged a book. I plugged the new book. I plugged a GoFundMe, Cash Apps. Like, damn, man, what do you expect from me? What do you expect? I did everything you guys asked of me. On top of all the money, not just me, but people I introduced Pookie to sent him. You guys, that was fire. But I'm going to say this. It wasn't the whole family that got at me, so I don't know how the whole family feels. But it was one family member in particular that really made me like, damn, really? Wonder if everybody else in the family know about this. But yeah, this was Monkey Wrench. What up, homeboy? But this took place some weeks ago. I just never said nothing. OG Rebo's brother got at me recently. You know what I'm saying? They still show me love. There's some people who show me love, you know, for their loved ones. What's the brother name from Pyru? That was in the Times magazine. Bartender. Bartender family still reach out and show me love. I actually, at one point, thought I would get pictures of bartenders so we could do another one, a more complete one. But they love the one that I did already, so we leave it at that. Big Kev Mac, the man with fire in both hands. I don't know about all that. Rebo interview was tough. Man, Rebo, I love it. I agree, Fitzgerald. Rebo's interview was just classic. The way he mocked his mom, the way he told the story. Now you got a Crip that says he's banging because of the blood aggression. Like, you don't really hear stories like that. It's always blood saying it was the Crips that were the aggressors, and that's why we bang. You know, he put Salty, and he put top Pyrus and top Crips in his story because he really knew them. You know, Rebo was a classic for sure. What's wrong with you, boy? Hey, Granardo. That was pretty good. That was really good. Got so hard, it was a shame. You know, I got to keep that in the intro, man. Hey, Shaniqua, what's up with you, sweetie? I seen you speak earlier. I didn't get around to speaking back. But, you know, I acknowledge Shaniqua in the comment section, the queen of KMV. No doubt about it. Big Rebo, rest in peace. Shot him at got so hard, it was a shame. That was hard. That was hard for sure. Shaniqua, you don't stick your tongue out no more. Huh? You have Fitzgerald going with that tongue action. Mm-hmm. You ain't Michael Jordan no more, huh? You Steph Curry now. Keep your tongue in your cheek, huh? Love and respect to all the beautiful queens on here. I second that. I agree with that. Monkey Rich, what's been up with my Texas partner, man? I enjoy seeing you talk sports with Fitzgerald. Maybe he can get you fired up for another channel. Fitzgerald, you know those Alabama guys, man. They love some sports, dog. They know they sports, especially football. They really know they football, but they see sports a little different from us. They break sports down. They really pay attention to the sport, and they are very knowledgeable when it comes to sports. So yeah, he definitely knows sports. You scored with that interview, Kev Mac. Appreciate it, appreciate it. I just hate, you know what? I keep saying I'm gonna do this story about all the guys that passed, but just never had time to get around to it just yet. The monster called Rebo Crip Minister. He said if there was ever a Crip's Crip, it was Rebo. Looked like Embiid going to be out for. Remember, somebody came on here not too long ago and asked what I thought about Embiid. I said Embiid is good. He's a good player. Embiid stay hurt too much. Remember, I also made the comment that nobody talks about Embiid being on the floor like they do AD. We all talk about how soft AD is, how injury prone he is, but people that's not Laker fans, they don't talk about Embiid like that. Embiid grabs his ankles and hips and knees and feet, and he's always grabbing his lower body and on the ground too, and he's much bigger and heavier than AD. So yeah, his injuries are really gonna be serious. But yeah, Embiid is a beast, but he's also very injury prone. Mr. D Block, what up? Crazy Dog with the brims was classic too. Man, I wanted Crazy Dog in person. I was trying to get Crazy Dog in person. He also wanted to do one with Keystone on live. That would have been real good. The way Bird was throwing them combination punches, I know he had fast hands, but he from close to your section. I know you done heard some stories. OG Bam was an awesome interview. A lot of people like Bam. What is the difference between Jam and BG? I don't know, man. Maybe we could get Mike to come on and talk about it. I don't know the difference. Seem like, well, I could give my opinion, but I'm going to reserve my opinion right now. I seen Giacomo did a new interview. I seen that too. I was kind of surprised, but it's all good. I've been saying I need to get back around to Giacomo, just never found the time. OG Bamism. Look, watch this, man. Watch this. Welcome to another episode. Another one bites the dust. And another one's gone. Another one's gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. We got some cool intros, man. I try to keep the crowd like interested. You know what I'm saying? It was good, but not Kev's interview. It's all good. A good interview is a good interview, dog. At least we brought Giacomo to the world, right? I told him, man, we can sell that Pendleton, man. We can auction that Pendleton off, man. That Pendleton is worth some money after that interview, man. OG Bam was on soft white underbelly. Yeah, everybody keeps saying that. I don't know nothing about soft. I don't care nothing about white. And don't care about nothing under nobody's belly unless it's a woman. The Fitzgerald track is super dope. Man, Fitzgerald be putting it down. Then every now and then, every blue moon, you get a hater. And I don't like the haters that hate on the intro songs or the brother, because if you listen to his words, man, it was a masterpiece that he put together. And the fact that you're watching this channel, or you so-called like this channel, then you gotta like the intro. I wouldn't have put it on there if I didn't like it. I wouldn't have brought this man to the world if I didn't think it was top notch. I mean, we got all kind of West Coast dudes, LA dudes that I could have let do an intro. But I thought his was fire. I thought it was perfect for what I got in my mindset, as far as the channel goes. Thank you, Suge. Thank you. Whoever be doing your beats and mixes be hitting. Yeah, when he's on deck. He's like me. He's a half-ass worker. He half-ass work. You know what I mean? But he's slow, and I don't like slow. I like a nigga that can just get to work. Got time to get to work and do it. You feel me? Him and King Real fire. King Real gave me some good music, man. I think Fitzgerald is perfect for the channel. I think King Real is pretty good at bringing a picture to the culture. Captain Cole has great mixes, but he's a hermit too. He got health issues too, and then he got girlfriend and kid issues. So, you know, then you try to make a living, going to work or making some money, and that just makes it hard. You know what I'm saying? Kids can wear you down. A female can wear you down. Work can wear you down. So this nigga with his health problems is one worn down, torn down friend of mine. Nobody went harder than Rockhead in the interview. The way he was passionate and aggressive telling his story let you know he was a warrior. Giacomo Big Tookie's story was funny. Shout out to the OG jock from the block. Yeah, man. See, y'all make this shit worth it. When we start talking about them old classic interviews, yeah, you know, I could dig that. Appreciate you guys for watching, too. Yep. Yeah, man. But, again, y'all stay positive this year, man. Time is going fast. We got another election upon us soon. We got another hot summer coming up. The Kitchen Crip interview was fine. Y'all already know two problems with the Kitchen Crips. Y'all already know the two problems. One, Billy Jack was behind the camera, and two, Porky and them was tearing them chips up. The Smokey and Porky, boy, they was hungry as a motherfucker. But I love that dude, Kitchen Mo, man. Kitchen Mo has so much character, man. And him and Porky can bring you stories, dog. Shout out to Smokey though, man. Smokey's a good dude. Smokey been in this gang intervention or whatever you want to call it stuff for years, dog. For a lot of years, man. Old young Smokey looked like he was a problem. Trump 2024. All right, Easty Crip, nigga. Easty Crip, all right, whatever. Cute's apologizing in his first classic. I would like to apologize to all my victims. God damn. I should have put that on World Star. What? I want to apologize to all my victims. Nigga. Wonder what Big Evil and all them guys would say. Their first words in their interview. The way Rockhead said he's an Oaks Park businessman is priceless. I gotta ask, Kev, keep it real. What's the worst video you did? I don't know. Shit. I don't know, dog. Because looking at them, they all have their own unique view. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, dog. I don't know, man. You have to figure that out yourself, man. The old school Eileen stories are best. You know, I love Eileen because that's where I grew up. We got pride on that block, so I'm always shout out my block, even though we ain't there no more. It got a lot of memories, good and bad, but priceless. I'm from Menlo for sure. All good to me except the Center Park. Damn, you don't like Center Park? Can't let pride get in the way when you're telling history, though. Gotta tell it like it was. Well, you know, people gonna put extras on some things and they gonna leave some things out. I think that's just normal. Yeah, Big Mumpy was cool. Man, if Mumpy would sit down with me, man, we would have a classic interview, dog. Oh, you talking about Bad News? Yeah, Bad News eating a burrito. Yeah, you know that kind of hurt the interview. But Bad News got a really good story, man. Bad News has a really good story. There's even a video in San Quentin back in the days where them dudes is marching on the yard and Bad News is in there. And I wish he would have brought that up. I wish we would have talked about that at the time. But Bad News is he got a really good story, dog. He did a lot of time in prison. Like a lot of y'all wouldn't last 42 years in prison. Kev, I noticed during your interviews outside in LA, you can always hear planes flying over the town. Is that normal for South LA? It's normal for that direction, yeah. When you start talking about like Inglewood, Hawthorne, Westchester, yeah, that area, because you got the airport that way, and you got planes coming from the east to the west. And of course, when they do, they loop around. If any planes loop around LAX, you're gonna get that everywhere except to the west where the water's at. But yeah, it's pretty normal, especially when you start going to the 111s, the UGs, stuff like that. Yeah. When you see little Doc's face describing a roller coaster, you can tell he had good memories of it. Yep. Birmingham police chief came from LA. He just bought 3 ghetto birds. Damn. Yeah, thanks for the comment, James Cash. We definitely put the work in. You know, I may not be the guy on the block every day. I may not be the guy with the studio with people lining up to come do interviews. But we've been doing this long enough that the library is pretty good. And several of those people can never be interviewed again, man. So we definitely got some stuff nobody can duplicate or reciprocate. Yeah. On the one way, I lived in front of the fire department in planes for 24 hours. Inglewood can be loud. Oh yeah, I mean, you guys probably hear the planes right now. Kelce is the top investigative journalist, historian of this thing. Well, when we start talking about investigating, you know, getting all the way down to the precise facts, you always got to throw Baby S-Mac in there because Baby S-Mac does a lot of the research for me. Like, I always say, I talk to people, I understand things, I put things together, but S-Mac can give me precise dates, and that really puts everything in its correct perspective. Some dudes be telling stories, sometimes they had this shit all twisted. They had the dates and times way off. They definitely have people's ages way off. People be thinking dudes is 10 years older than them, but really be 3.5 years older than them. Like, they be like, yeah, I was in elementary school and them dudes was this and that. When you was in elementary school, these dudes was in junior high school. Like, take something off of it. Uh, and one thing, just as natural human beings that don't prepare to do interviews and ain't went to school for being a journalist or storyteller, a lot of times we don't know how to say. It seemed like them dudes may have been 10 years older than us. So you can give us a snapshot of your brain thinking these guys are way older than you, when in fact they really aren't that much older than you. You know, so it's crazy. These are gems in each one of them. I go back and rewatch them just to see if I missed some. Well, go back and watch Monster Cody's interviews because you miss some shit. The more you get to know Pretty Boy, you could go back and look at some of his stuff, see how consistent he is in his stories and his timeline. Cute's another one. Like Cuse talked a lot of stuff that we didn't know about back in the day, about friends and associates of the Magnificent Seven, times, places, cars. But then you start hearing other people do interviews, or you hear Cuse extrapolate. Yeah, I remember that word as a kid, extrapolate. And you start hearing all these different stories, and then you go back and listen to Cuse, and it's like, boom, like everything is clear now. No more distortion. Everything's clear. Especially for those that was talking about Cuse must have been on a PCR. Cuse, you know, never heard of Cuse, don't know Cuse. See, those people don't say anything like that anymore. In fact, when they reminded that they know who Cuse is, they know Cuse is about strictly business. Cuse stands on business. Cuse gonna show up early for a rumble. Cuse gonna show up on the yard every time. Man, Cuse is that guy, dog. No ice cream trucks. Ah, man. I admire Cuse, especially for the fact that he put Jamel Barnes in this play. Somebody was talking to me about Jamel Barnes today and yesterday. So Jamel's name popped up a few times. Jamel is who he say he is back in the day. Just at some point, a few screws got loose, man. So you can't really judge dude history based on his present. Yeah, Cuse know everybody. Cuse a real one for real. Really good memory. Great memory, man. Yeah. But you know, like I said, that's gonna happen. Yeah, keep talking about him and Tookie stories, humanize a lot of guys. That's what I try to do through the magazine. For the few of y'all that said y'all used to have a magazine, I try to humanize us, not demonize us. But now, shit, we are demonic, man. You see what's going on YouTube, dude? The devil has arisen. What's amazing is how dedicated Cuse was at such a young age in acting. Yeah, absolutely. And you can hear in Cute's stories and his voice that Cute really tried to step fully away from gangbang. His dress style was different. The way he moved was different. The people he hung around was different. But once he caught his case, it's jail time, it's prison time. That whole Crip thing, that whole warrior spirit come right back to him. Like he didn't miss a beat. And so, besides him being off to himself and staring up at the sky at times, everybody got nothing but love, admiration, and respect for OG Cuse, the only Magnificent Seven that represented on any prison yard throughout the system. Didn't switch it up and claim another gang, right? Lakers did their thing. Yeah, we talked about that. Everyone got their own reality. But see, that's the thing though, Monkey Wrench. Pay attention, my brother. Everybody does have their own reality, and reality can be false as hell. But when you got 7, 8 guys from different parts of LA or ran across different individuals in different prisons, and it all add up, reality is reality. It's not no one person's reality. It's just reality. That's when you know you're getting real stories and real participants. That's what I like about this shit. Remember, I'm putting together a puzzle. That was my whole spiel when I first came. That remember I used to say, be patient with me. Be patient. Be putting a puzzle together, piece by piece, little by little. Now everybody can see it clearly. So when you got everybody saying the same shit, nigga, you know the pieces fit to the puzzle. So that's what I like about this. That's the single most interesting thing to me about this right here. Reality remains the same. Then there's your side, my side, and of course the truth, reality, right? Me and my mama used to quote Q's because he could tell a story. Ah, that's funny. Let me see. What quotes could y'all have used about cutes? Hmm. One of my favorite cutes quotes is, "If I treated myself, how'd it go? If I treated myself, if I treated my worst, if I treated myself like my worst enemy, I will stick myself." Some shit like that. I forgot, man. Excuse me, man. I got a biting syndrome right now, but something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He said he would stick himself. Will cash grow? I forgot about that. That was hilarious. KP Video News. What up, homeboy? Every man has his own side of the story. Again, I'm going to say it again for those in the back that didn't hear me and for those that didn't comprehend. That is a fact. Everybody has his own story, aka his own reality. But when you got 7 or 8 different guys from different parts of Los Angeles or did time in different prisons and their stories match up, that is reality. That's not one person's story. That's not his story or her story. That is the story. You feel me? And anybody else to go against them 7 or 8 people, then that's their reality. Oh yeah, I like when Cuse admitted to being scared. He said, "I looked at Squally and I said, 'Do you think you can go any faster?'" I love the one word. Him and Monster talk about Tookie driving 5 miles per hour down Western. When Monster ate that egg sandwich, that was class. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of us talking about old TV shows or old cartoons back in the day. And now we talking about these classic stories like they are old stories. Funny as hell. One of my favorite quotes of all time is, because it resonates with me, is when Monster Cody said, "My mother used to dress me in some bullshit." Man, we thought we was fly as hell. Mama, pull out our clothes here. Wear this tomorrow, nigga. You in some bullshit. Monster could paint a picture, man. Monster was a hell of a picture painter, dog. He was the Picasso of gang history. I have not seen the Griselda show on Netflix, no. Griselda is going off, damn. Nah, That's how it seemed like a movie. That was attracting me to Monster's book. It was like a movie. Storytelling is a gift, only some are born with. Monster with the right pants and the old boy still in it. Right across the street from my house. I wonder where I was that day. If Monster Cody, check this out. If Monster Cody went to 54th Street School in 1975 or 76, I was at that school at that time. I went to kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth grade at 54. So me and my brother was at 54th when Monster was at 54. Of course, I didn't know Monster. I didn't hear his name, and he wasn't Monster yet. But I didn't hear nobody talking about Cody Scott, or none of his brothers, or nothing like that. But I do have a friend who passed that stayed 2 blocks from me. He hung out with Monster's brother. He used to go to Monster Brother's house, or Monster and them house back in the day. Baba Louie told some great stories. You just have to decipher them, man. You gotta pull out your translator, dog. I like to fly away. Zoom, zoom. Yeah, that was pretty good. you made a movie series with the collection of interviews. I have put them in order in my head. You ever hear from Monster's brother or thought about doing an interview with him? I never thought about doing an interview with him, and that conversation has never come up. He did say he wanted to hang out with me, do some lunch, check out his motorcycles and stuff like that. But no, after Monster passed and time went on, we lost contact. We don't speak over the phone no more. But he was very appreciative of me letting Monster be on the platform and giving Monster his respects. Um, Good dude. He still talks a pretty boy though. Good question, by the way, Mr. Young Cuz. Do you know Monster's nephew? I've spoken to him. I can't really say I've been on the block with him. Can't say we kicked it or nothing like that. So I don't know. But I have talked to him before, yes. Another guy that was supposed to do an interview that disappeared. The old Kev and Melly Mel interview team was good. Melly Mel used to talk over everybody, man. But Melly Mel was very helpful. He was a good student and a good co-worker. But that Carver Park interview, Melly Mel just talked over and interrupted so much, dog. See, that's when Melly Mel was in his early stages. Man, he ruined up. See, that's why y'all don't ever say the Carver Park interview was the best. No one ever said Carver Park interview was the best. And that's why. Because Melly Mel was interrupting and stopping and talking over oh boy so much. But yeah, Melly Mel and S-Mac got that guy from US Boys. I thought that was a good interview. I think that's an underrated interview. I like how Big Mump talks about Monster and his own. Big Mump, yeah, Willie Herb. Yeah, Willie Herb's a good dude, a real good dude. He was excited for the overall interview experience. Y'all making excuses, or that's what y'all come up with? Um, I don't know. I've always been a listener, man. I got big ass ears, so I always use my ears, man. A lot of times, Melly already know these dudes and be reminiscing, but he forgot or don't honor. We don't know him in the stories. Wait a minute, what? A lot of times, Melly Mel already know these dudes and be reminiscing, but he forgot or don't under. We don't know him and the stories. The Mumpy interview is classic, yeah. What about Big Miz? You still have, man, Miz stay in touch with me. You gotta realize, man, me and Miz met in prison and we've stayed in contact. And when he got out, it's been all good. See, man, yeah, me and Miz good. I mean, you know, it's dudes that don't like Miz or don't care for Miz, but when I met Miz, there was a lot of my homies that didn't like Miz. I don't go off that. And a lot of times, like people would think I'm siding with one person or the other because he's my homeboy or whatever. No, I just stand on what's right, and I fuck with individuals on an individual basis, man. If I like you and I see some good in you, you good with me. I'm not gonna dislike you because the homies dislike you. And I learned it goes the other way too. I ran across a few rivals I didn't like. When I got to prison, I ran across enemies that I wasn't finna fuck with, and you know what I mean? But then the homies liked them. The homies kicked it with them. So over a course of time, only two things gonna happen. You either gonna get into it with the nigga and y'all all gonna separate, or you gonna get in with the program and homies mess with him, so you mess with him. But Miz, I've always liked Miz, man, regardless of what other people got to say about Miz. So he stays in touch. He calls me from time to time, yeah. And if I got a question, I'll call Miz. Because the worst thing we can do is have a person on speed dial that has the answers to your questions, and we don't call to get the answer. So we lean on our own understanding. You mess a whole story up or a whole plot or whatever. So it's always good to be able to call somebody and get the correct information before you put something out. Hey, they got a question for you, homie, Mike Ascari. So here's the question. What is the difference? And I don't know if you can speak on it because I know you know, I know you got your politics. What is the difference between JAMA and BGF? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Chicken Bodacious interview was very respectful. Bodacious could talk. Bodacious is a good interview because he can talk and he know his shit. Great memory. He got the camera swag. You know what I mean? I was lifting weights and getting on swole. No, he said I was lifting weights and getting on swole, and my name was Miz. So they started calling me Big Miz. He said, Mizmo. I was Mizmo, man. And then they just started calling me Miz. I mean, you know, when you start dealing with the gang culture, man, it's a lot of reasons not to like a person, for the smallest of reasons, or for no reason at all. That's why I say, man, we come from the mud. If you want to be truthful, man, gang bangers. I'm saying gang bangers. I ain't talking about social clubs and pre-crip, pre-blood, but the gang bangers come from the mud, man. We don't mean no good. We don't mean no good. So anytime it's a dude that does anything you don't like, you dislike him. If it's a dude that got a better broad than you dislike him. If he got more money than you dislike him. If he don't dress like a straight stomped down soldier, you don't like him. If he don't have no swag, you don't like him. If he ain't got his blue rag hanging out his pocket, you don't like him. If his golf hat leaning to the side, you don't like him. You know what I'm saying? It's always something. And that's just how we are, man. And we're seeing the end result of that shit play out in real time right now. There is no difference. We consider it one and the same. Oh, we had Jelly Roll, Big Cadillac, Willie Lunch Meat. Then he changed it to Lunch Meat. What happened to the Raymond Washington movie? They still working on it. But see, Miss Rashid, you know, I don't know if your memory's short. I don't know if you be missing my lives or I talk too slow for you or what, but I've never, ever thought there would be a Raymond Washington movie. I was always under the assumption that this was a documentary being shot and gonna be shopped. Big difference, total difference. You have to look at the word movie and look at the word documentary. Then you got to look at your source. What was the source? Did the source say it was the Raymond Washington movie or the Raymond Washington story? Because it's a difference. And so people just took that and no, I mean, there was no budget. Where did the budget come from? Who paid these people to put a movie together? Where was the movie shot? You know what I'm saying? You got to use common sense. Then you understand it's just a documentary and they want to shop it, get somebody to buy it, possibly from a documentary, do a movie. So I feel you, Miss Rashid. I'm just saying, I've explained this way back then and a few times since then. So they still working on it. In fact, since you asked that question, which is valid, Raymond Washington's mother just got buried yesterday. Her funeral was yesterday. Well, guess what? They were the same guy shooting a documentary was shooting at the funeral. Not guns, y'all. Filming at the funeral. So that, I'm sure, is going to be added into the Raymond Washington documentary. So that lets you know right there, it's not a done deal. It's not a foregone conclusion. It's not put together because they are still filming. And I think that's probably going to be the last scene or last episode right there. Again, that's what I think. That's my opinion. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. She was a nice lady, sweet lady. It's funny because first time I talked to her, or maybe I'll tell this story some other time. In case somebody interview me on a big network, I'll save it. Yeah, the Washington and the Barton family, yes, sir, and the Thompsons. Raymond Washington is the Crip God. Well, who is this? Mary? I mean, you know, she birthed Raymond, man. She gave life to Raymond. She raised Raymond. I want to say this, because I didn't say it yesterday. Raymond Washington has a beautiful family. You don't see too many black families that look that beautiful, that put together, to where it look like nobody's on drugs. Everybody's doing well, dressed well, long, good hair, gray hair, salt and pepper hair, good skin tones, good skin color. All speak well, even those that came from Texas. And so I was really amazed, and I mentioned it to Bird from Slauson, and Bird was like, yeah. I noticed that right off the top. Really beautiful family, and they dress sharp. So, of course, Bird started telling me why he thought they dressed so sharp. But I'm going to let him tell y'all. The movie, see, he's still talking about a movie. I don't know who's doing a movie on Raymond Washington. I didn't know there was a movie on Raymond Washington. Movie and documentary are different. And again, there was no budget, so why would we expect a movie to be out? Where was it filmed? Who put the money up? Who's it starring? Who acted as Raymond? Who was Raymond's mom? Who was the other Crips? You feel me? So no, at no point was there ever a movie. You have to have actors. You have to have scenes. You have to have film locations and a budget. After living a life as enemies with the person or group to actually meet these guys years later, a lot of ops you find out are actually some cool people to know. Absolutely. Absolutely, dog. And I've brought a lot of y'all together, man. I introduced a lot of y'all together. I see Frog and Little Caesar took a flick together. They wouldn't have known each other if it wasn't for me. Lots of guys. Let's say the same. Somebody said Melly Mel know all these guys. If you go back and look at the old video Baby Gangster did, when Baby Gangster said some sarcastic things toward Melly Mel and his friendship with these people, you'll notice Melly Mel met quite a few people because of me. You know, even though he's from Compton, it's a lot of guys he didn't know that I knew first and hooked them up, as well as Melly Mel hooked me up with some guys from Compton. Do you know what's up with Honey Bear from Venice Show? I know, but I wish he would reach out to me. I could write him a letter, but I don't do writing no more, man. But I probably should reach out to Honey Bear and reopen those lines of communication. From what I saw, only Raymond went left. Everyone else was straight, good, regular people. What do you mean by that? You can explain that, my brother. Who was the sharpest in terms of swag from your crew growing up, K? I mean, I know y'all rich rolling, but who was the sharpest dresser? Well, I mean, Baker T dressed nice, but I thought Stag Stag, rest in peace. I thought Stag dressed nice. Milky dressed nice. Squally D was one of the best dressers. Rest in peace. Um, Devil dressed the gangbang style pretty good. Crip Crazy definitely was a cold dresser when he put on his jeans, his overalls, or his khaki suits. Keita Rock had his own style. Petey Wack. Uh, Lil Waco when he was young, when he was dressed like a gang member, he was fresh. He was straight crippin', fresh. That's right. QC even mentioned that about Squally. Yeah, Squally was fresh. Dan, Raymond going in the gang world out of his brothers and the rest of Raymond going in the gang world out of his brothers and the rest of the family. That's right. Every time you say Melly Mel, I think of Rennie Lowe. Forget that Millie Monaco. Well, really? No. Wow. Okay. All right. But I'm going to go, man. I'm going to go. Done an hour. I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Y'all take it easy. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Oh, I didn't see Crystal tonight. Huh? All right, y'all. Later. Peace.